Hey, I'm Eric with Fleming Traps, and today I'd like to show you our dog-proof raccoon trap. These traps come in colors white, green, orange, and brown. Your brown dog-proof trap features a heavy-duty chain, a swivel on the end, and then we have a stake, and what that's used for is to stake it into the ground up at an angle. Now you'll attach to a stake or a wire to a tree your swivel right here. This is just to stake it into the ground, given an upright angle. Okay, so your trap has your spring right here. This is your hand guard. This is your dog. This is your cylinder. You'll place your bait in the very back of the trap, and this is your trigger. Now this trap is a pull only trigger system, so that way the raccoon has to reach his hand down in there past the trigger, and as he's digging for the bait, he will bump the trigger and set it off. Now there are some push pulls out there, but sometimes you'll get some unwanted catches because an animal may bump it on the way in. So I'm going to show you how to set the trap. I'm going to use a set tool. I'm also going to set the trap with my hand with a hand guard. You can do either way. Set tools sold separately makes it a little bit easier to set it. Now what you'll do is you'll place your set tool right here. There's two notches on the set tool. You'll place them underneath the bar on either side of the trigger. You'll place your dog in between the set tool, and then you'll push down. You'll place your dog in the notch on the trigger. I normally keep my thumb right behind the trigger. I remove the set tool and you're set. Now when the raccoon puts his hand down in there and it was digging for the bait, he will inadvertently set the trigger off and the trap will go off. Now you can also set this trap by hand. It's a little bit harder, but it can be done. What you want to do, you want to make sure your dog is in the middle. You'll take your hand, you'll push down on the spring. You'll have your dog here. You can use one hand to put your dog right into the trigger, and then you'll release it. So it's just a little bit harder, but not much. You can do it either way. When selecting the correct lure or bait for your dog-proof trap, we have a good many options for you. As far as the lures go, we have the shellfish oil lure, and then we have the coon catcher lure. Now these come in 1 ounce, and we also do have them in 4 ounce. The coon catcher is more of a sweet smelling lure, almost kind of a wild berry type lure. Very similar to the bandit bait, but the bandit bait has more of a thicker consistency to it. Now one of my favorites is the raccoon bait. Now this has salmon oil in it, it has crayfish in it, and it also has shellfish in it. It's a very fishy type of a bait, works really well. As far as our oils go, we have fish oil, crayfish oil, and Alaska salmon oil. Now all those three are really great for when you have your trap set up. You can dribble it around the edge of the trap, and then you could lead a trail of it off to maybe a road or something that raccoons frequently travel, and a lot of times they'll smell it, walk right to your trap. These are especially good, the salmon oil, for you guys that live up north. It doesn't gel up and freeze quite as bad as some of the other stuff. So, but with the oils and also the lures, you can mix your own bait. And some people use marshmallows, some people use maybe some small cat food or fish food, and they like to mix their own. So you can use this to mix your own with. Now these two baits, they don't require any mixing. You can just use them straight out of the box. But what you'll do is you'll place your bait or your lure toward your back of your trap, in the very back, so that way the raccoon will have to dig for it and in turn trip the trigger, and you should catch him with no problem. So if you have any questions about these lures or baits that we have, please feel free to give us a call. We'll be happy to help you select the right lure or bait for your situation. If you have any questions about these traps, please feel free to give us a call or visit us online at flemingtraps.com. Thanks for stopping by.